Hello there. In this episode, we will talk about what we've read in the month of May. And I will start first, but not with something that I've read or watched, but with something that I played. And I played a video game. It's called Clair Obscur Edition 33. And it's heavily inspired by the old JRPG classics and the Souls-likes. Both franchises who are coming out of Japan, so definitely topic for a podcast.
Mm.
And let me say something, especially towards you and another friend that I have. Everybody who doesn't play this game because they don't like turn RPGs are dumb. It's probably the best game that has been made in a few years besides Baldur's Gate. In terms of story, graphic, presentation, how the story hits. It's so good. If you're not playing this, you're dumb. So, play it.
I would if I had money this month. But
Next
maybe
month.
next month. Yes.
It isn't even that expensive. It only costs $50.
It's a good price.
And I mean, if you don't have money, you are a fake fan. Have you heard the newest interview from the Gearbox boss in terms of new price of Borderlands 4?
No.
The fans were kind of upset that Borderlands 4 costs €80. And the chief said, yes, but true fans are somehow going to manage to get to €80. Good job, bro. Good job.
Nintendo fans in the big be like. Have you heard the pricing of Nintendo for the new Mario Kart?
I also heard that games it it was getting more expensive. I heard.
Yes, 90 bucks.
Yes. Games are so expensive nowadays.
Mm.
That's why Clear Obscure is really important for the gaming industry. Also because there were just 30 devs. Such a small
Yeah.
studio. And they were
Mm.
all ex-Ubisoft people who got bored at Ubisoft. And it shows how bad publishers like Ubisoft, EA, or Blizzard are. When they have 200 people making a project and making something like Cyberpunk, Fallout 76, and
Yeah.
other glitch-infested shitfests. So
Mm.
if you want to support gaming, buy it. Let's go on with what I've read. I started reading Trigun because of the influence, and it was quite nice.
Mm.
But I will talk about in a later episode when I will have read a bit more of the story, because I just read two Omnis. But I will use Trigun to shit talk again. Tanjiro, you goat. Because in Trigun, Vash is actually a character who is very idealistic, very perfect in terms of his morals. But his morals get challenged, which I like. Because
Mm.
of the fact that he doesn't want to kill, but it makes his stuff a lot harder.
Yes.
Meanwhile, Tanjiro is being perfect for no reason and not getting challenged in that regard, and staying the same. While in Vash, there's some conflict and some challenge because of his ideas. It's like in the superhero comics, because some comics, like Batman, there's also the rule that Batman doesn't kill, but because of that, the villains have an upper hand, and it's harder for him.
Mm.
But Trigun Deluxe Edition, very good until now. Only
Yes.
negative is the artwork. It's good artwork, but in some passages it's hard to follow what is going to happen. And the story I will see in the future. To the next one. I started to read in classic Shonen. I started reading Yu-Gi-Oh! I've read until the end of Duelist Kingdom, so first half of the manga. And the beginning is kind of interesting because the first 60 or 70 chapter of the manga are not in the anime. They are completely cut out.
No, yeah.
It's those aren't like the Yu-Gi-Oh! With a card game. It's a bit like JoJo Part 4. They live in their city and they go around and play games with villain offerings, and the pharaoh murders them when they lose. It's kind of brutal. So the beginning is wild but funny. The only thing from the beginning chapter set is in the anime is the duel with Kaiba. That's it. But the Yu-Gi-Oh! Manga, the artwork, Jesus. I've made a short about it from the last episode. It's pathetic how Demon Slayer, yes again, Chainsaw Man, JJK, and other modern shows look like shit. While we had Yu-Gi-Oh! Back to back with chapters each week, looking like peak. So modern
Oh, you're
show
talking
needs to
about
step
the
up.
manga. Okay.
Yes, the manga. Manga panels look insane. And now to the next stuff. I finished a few manga. I finished 4 manga this month. JoJo's Part 6, the last volume of Dr. Stone, Oshinoko manga, and Solo Leveling manhwa. And now we can make a quiz. 3 of those endings were absolutely awful and trash, and one ending was good. What do you think was good, and what do you think was bad?
Wait, Dr. Stone, solo leveling.
Oshinoko and JoJo's Part 6.
I think for you it would be JoJo's because you like JoJo's. So JoJo's was a good ending.
Yes. The rest was trash. Because the ending in JoJo's fight was actually good. Not like in Part 5, where the ending was meh.
Yeah,
And what was cool about it that the villain used, I won't spoil, the villain used gravity power. And because of that and how stuff escalated, he got so powerful that he kinda changed the timeline because of the gravity power that he used.
I know that
And
he used yes, he
with
used
that,
Made in Heaven to accelerate time or something.
yes. And with that, are some changes in the time. So that part 7 and the reset of the JoJo franchise starts. That's kinda cool. If you want to do a reset and stay in your universe, but not have the old characters.
Hmm.
So that's quite nice. Plus there were some creative uses of powers. Because, for example, villain sends a lot of gravitational force into Jolene, and because of that she would have been blown up. But she used her strength powers and made, how is it called in English? A Möbius sign in her body, the infinity sign, the 8 basically.
Hmm. Yes.
And with that she trapped the power that would have blown up her body in this 8 because it's infinity. It travels around, there's no end.
Yeah.
This was a cool use of a power and looked really cool artistically. So, Jodo Part 6, W ending. Then let's go with a one way I don't want to spoil you that much. Dr. Stone. Disappointing. Dumb. Makes no sense. I'm not going to spoil you more.
Okay.
Just why? Why did this happen? This was so dumb. But at least it doesn't ruin the manga like certain other shows where the ending is trash and the show is unwatchable after that. I can say that much. It's just we expect that the smart science show does have a good ending and explanation, but no, it does not.
Hmm.
We'll be able to talk about in summer, right? There comes the second tour,
Yes, yes.
and that's the last one, right?
I think so.
Then we can talk about it.
Hmm.
But because of Bolchi's art, it looked at least visually cool. There were 2 or 3 really cool panels. So, at least something. Then, let's go to Oshinoko. How much do you know about the ending?
A little bit.
Okay. First things first, I've already told you that certain aspects with the incest are not that bad as the community made them out to be. They just kiss for movie training, basically. And that's it. Nothing else happens. Meanwhile, when you've read the spoilers, you thought that stuff would go down real bad. So,
Yeah.
it not at least in the manga. I heard that in light novel or something. There is a bit something, but that's not the manga. So maybe we need to read a light novel to find out.
I think in a light novel, it's like a cycle. They become the parents of I, and I then gives birth to Ruby and Aqua. It's basically a circle always.
Yes, I also had something like that, with a child being involved at least.
Mm,
I have a novel, so maybe I'm going to read it when I am at the beach on holiday. Good place to read novels.
yes.
And well, in the end, something happens with Aqua, which comes out of the blue, which is kind of meh. Because I think the setup to this is kind of cool. Because their father is being portrayed as a dangerous, manipulative being who will ki- who will kill them basically through his plots if he's not stopped.
Mm,
That's why Aqua does what he does. The problem is that his plot comes out of nowhere. For example, if a plot and the manipulation of a foe be a constant topic in the show up until the end, then this would be a cool and good plot. But no, it comes out of nowhere.
mm,
Those plots are always done when, this character is so manipulative, plans everything out, and you've just met him now, and you need to believe that because it said
mm,
so. Then, Mr. Author, write some events where we can see it, where he's doing the stuff that you said, and this makes it more better and believable.
yeah.
No, solo leveling. How much do you know, or do you want to get spoiled? Let's say it like
Yes,
this.
spoil me. I don't know anything.
Ending of solo leveling is trash. So in the end, they are spawning some random, let's say, alien bad, not alien magical fantasy bad guys. I don't know how they call it in English. Let's say Herrscher, just like that. Because they call it in German and Herrscher also in Honkai.
Okay.
And then there spawns at the end the Dragon King who attacks Earth. And Sang Jimu goes there. You think, ooh, that's a hype fight. Dragon versus Sang Jimu, like Kaido versus Luffy. That's nice. The fight lasts 5 seconds in the manga. It's so short. It's just 20 or 30 pages. And Sang Jimu doesn't even win. He just holds the guy long enough that the angels spawn and kill the dragon. That's dumb and anticlimactic. And then he
No.
says, Yo, angels, I helped you. Can I have your game breaking device with which I can rewind time, do the grind again, not meet all of the people that I know, and in the end, beat the dragon cleanly without that many humans dying? And the angels will, yes, you can do that. Then Sang Wu grinds off screen again, beats the dragon off screen, does not know everyone like Hunter Cha or his friend from the Argent Guild, and that's the end. What
Wow.
is that? That's fucking dumb.
Yes.
So, and from those endings, solo leveling is probably the worst one.
Mm,
It's ass. And another manga, I need to check how it's called in English, or at least the Japanese name. It's the last one I want to talk about. It's Kamisama Gakko no Uchi Kobore. I found it interesting because it's from the same writer of Apothecary Diaries. And in this manga, our protagonist, she goes to a school where you train to become gods like shrine gods in Japanese folklore.
Mm.
So it's a bit like Apothecary Diaries, just at a magic academy. But also a few volumes of this end. This was kind of nice. And that's all I've read in this month. Did not read as much because I was being a gamer. Then one more thing I've watched, obviously, is your recommendation.
Mm.
Angel Next Door spoiled me rotten. I did not know that you were a vanilla enjoyer. Because this was probably the most vanilla thing that I've seen ever.
Mm. Mm. Wait until season 2.
I'm not sure if I'm going to watch season 2 because it's a comfort anime or manga. It's not bad at what it does, but in terms of comfort manga, I'm already stacked. So I found it just okay or good. Let's say it like that. The show
Mhm.
is not bad, but I have better things in that regard. Like a
I
fragrant
see.
flower and dangers in my heart are for me leagues above. I mean, it was a bad recommendation, so I would give it a 6.5 or 7, something in that regard. Definitely not bad.
Crazy. Crazy.
Plus, why do you like the show? Is it because, or not why do you like the show? Let's rephrase. Do you like the show because you also want to have this situation?
Yes, somewhat. Yeah.
Maybe that's why you like the show more than me. Because you're living alone and a nice, cute neighbor who cares about you. Big W.
Mm. So I wouldn't have to order that much a month.
Not clean that much. You would eat more healthy.
Mm.
Then what am I going to watch or read this month of June?
Y-
Was it
You're
June?
going, yes, you're going to watch a movie of Makoto Shin,
Shinkai,
uh,
right?
Shinkai, yeah, Shinkai. And this one is the newest one. It's Suzume.
Mm.
And I remember I was in a cinema and it was a very, very good movie. I really enjoyed it. I was watching it with friends. We had some popcorn. We watched the movie in Japanese, of course. It was a very, very good movie. And I think it was even better than Your Name.
I've only watched your names, so maybe in the next recap episode we can talk about it.
Hmm. So Suzume will be your next recommendation.
He's potentially a solid one.
Hmm.
And then that's it for my part.
Yes.
Paul.
So on to my part. And let's start off with Blue Lock. Because, yes, it's not seasonal. I just read the manga. And I'm very happy that one person is finally out and we now got the confirmation that he will never come back.
In terms of manga, I also forgot to talk about something. So you can finish your blue lock point and then I'm going to hijack your part.
Okay. Yes. So the manga readers know who I'm talking about, and I think if you have something to do with Blue Lock, you already know who it is, but I won't spoil you. But
I got spoiled too.
mm, but it's pretty obvious who it is, and we have a 99% chance that he won't coming back because Ego said no, and that means a lot.
Ego's bossman.
Hmm. So you can hijack my part.
The biggest sites for manga scans, manga decks was taken down with DMCA. They've lost like 80% of their stuff, so manga readers who want to read scans or digitally are kinda screwed.
Hmm.
Because the biggest site is gone.
Yeah.
I don't know if you read Blue Lock 2 through this site, but I just want to bitch it because it was something relevant in this month.
Hmm.
Now
Uh,
you can go on.
I haven't watched Red Blue Lock on there. I have a
Okay,
different site.
I see, I see.
Yes, but then let's talk about One Piece. And you anime fans won't gonna know what's happened to you in the next few episodes. Holy shit, the Kuma flashback gets even worse from what you've seen. You can agree with me, right?
Yes, it's probably one of the saddest backflashes, like you like to say, in One Piece.
Yes, it is. Maybe even worse than Laws or Robins. But yeah.
I need to think about it, how I would rank them, but there's potential, yes.
Hmm. But the manga side is very, very looking. Hmm. Yeah. Very, very unknown what will happen next.
But there's something going to happen, that's
Hmm.
for sure.
Yes. And I think the Reavers will make their move. And yeah, I think Gaban will meet Luffy in the underground world. But the
Some
Re
big players will definitely make their move.
yes.
Yes,
Who knows what will happen in the next chapters?
I know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Like Rayleigh Gaban is training Luffy with new haki because it's needed.
Hmm.
Because reasons.
Yes, but he got stabbed, so I don't know about that actually.
It's a One Piece. Stab wounds aren't that bad. People can get cut in half and be fine in the end.
That's true. But I don't know. I really don't know what will happen.
We definitely need to be. We need to stay tuned. That's
Hmm.
for sure.
Oda is cooking. Let him cook.
Story wise, at least, yes.
Yes.
Drawing wise, there were some blunders. Again, let's say it like that. The picture which I sent you, where Gaban cut the hand off from a certain someone.
Hmm.
It was first the right hand, then the left hand, then again the right hand. It was cut off.
Yeah, yeah,
Mistakes were made. Happens.
yeah. Happens to everyone.
Yes.
And
Even though
it's
I should talk Oda in the last time for his art, at least he was drawing like, let's say 70 or 80 volumes, and then the art got bad. Not like Chainsaw Man, where the art got bad in part 2, and the JJK or Demon Slayer, which was shit from beginning. Because Old One Piece looked really good still.
yes. So those were the two big things that I had. Let's go on to the anime season. I mean manga wise. So anime season. Um, yeah, as I already said, it's absolutely mad this season. There aren't that much that I'm currently watching. I watch only 5 or so anime this season, which isn't a lot.
Yes.
For example, let's take in next season where we have like 10, 11, 12 that I'm watching.
Big chunker season.
Yeah. Um, but let's start with the degenerate degenerate one again.
Panty show.
Yes. And this show is the absolutely trash. Like, bro, they now try to make a romance, and the romance is like the basic romance. It's the shit, this show.
It's a
Because,
dumpster fire. Yes.
but not a good one.
I mean, you keep watching it, so it needs to be
Yes,
something of interest, even though it's just neuron activation.
it is neuron activation, nothing more. Um, yes, the main character is like, bro, they had something to do in their childhood, like they were homies in the childhood, and he doesn't remember this shit. Like, bro, he was obviously hinting at the cat that they together cared for in their childhood, and bro didn't check it.
Classic forgotten childhood friend.
That's so dumb, bro. I'm
I
sick
don't
of
like
the.
this trope.
Yeah, so this show is just dumb panties in neuron activation.
Booba.
Yes. Like zero story, zero plot, and 100% fan service.
Sums it up.
Yes. Um, then let's go on to the next degenerate one, which I have two in the season, which is quite a lot for me, because normally I would only watch one. Yes,
I thought you
Yande.
were saying normally I don't watch that, but you admitted that you're indeed so. That's good.
Sometimes, not every season, but sometimes, if it looks okay, if you, yeah.
I see, I see, I see. He's trying to save him now.
um,
Remember, we are a good Christian podcast.
hmm, it's Yandere Dark Elf, and this show is just obnoxious, bro. This shit is just completely ass, and I wouldn't watch this any further if it's just neuron activation. The show has nothing to offer other than boobies, big boobies.
Even though his setting is kinda cool. I also read one volume of a manga, but sold it off because it was not good.
Yes.
Because I kinda like reverse isekai, where
Hmm.
people from a fantasy world come to our world. That's an interesting concept and rather underused.
Hmm. But the show is just ass.
Yes.
Yeah. The degenerate ones are absolutely garbage this season, and I will rate them absolutely low if they are finished. That's for sure. Yeah. Oh, I can't give a good rating to just fan service. This is not possible, bro. You can agree with that, right?
Yes and no. There are some good fan service shows,
Yes, but
but those are
in this,
not the good ones.
yes, in this cases.
Yes, those are not the ones.
Hmm. But one with good fan service is Fire Force.
With transition.
Yes. the biggest anime in this season,
Yes.
besides Apothec Apothecary Diaries.
Yes. Good job.
Um, yes, Fire Force delivers every episode. It deserves the best anime of the season award for me.
Wait until you see the good fight. It still
Dragon
needs to
versus
come.
Alpha again, you said, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Again, it's the keyword.
Yes, I thought it was already over, but yes.
No. Round two is coming.
But not in the prison, right?
No.
Yeah, I thought so. Um, yes, Fire Force is such a good show.
The fight with Burns is also finished, right?
Yes, it is finished. And a very sad ending for a villain, basically.
Hmm. But I liked the ending.
Yes.
Cause he knew he was not right, but he died for his conviction and his belief still.
Hmm.
Like a zealot would do. A
Yes.
religious zealot.
Yeah. But if you haven't watched Fire Force, go watch it. That's what I can tell you guys.
I also hear that one of the biggest mysteries of the show got revealed rather recently.
Which one?
The identity of, how is he called in English? Moonlight Mask? The
Ah,
Masked
yeah,
Stranger.
yeah, yeah,
I don't know who that is.
yeah.
It
Me
was a big
neither.
mystery. I was shocked.
Yes.
Big surprise.
Hmm. Very surprising though.
So we are not going to spoil it, and you need to watch it to find out.
Hmm. Um. Yes. Fire Force was that was it. Let's go on to Ahane Sama Academy with some romance. Very nice. I enjoy it. It's just something is so a fresh wind. Wind. Um. And then last one, Windbreaker. Windbreaker is really cool. I like the development of Sakura and the classmate's relationship to him is also very nice. Yes,
I also like Sakura as a character.
yeah,
He's a bit like Shinra in a way, with his hero sense.
true, true. Yeah, but I like his development from being a yandere into a normal human being.
Hmm.
Yes.
Windbreaker W delinquent.
Hmm. Yeah, I think that's it. A Apothecary Diaries is a banger. I don't have to say more than that about it. I've talked about
Yes.
it a lot. Glazed it.
Me as well.
Hmm. So then, what was your recommendation to me? I
How
wonder.
was it called again in English? Daily Life of Demon King.
Yeah, the daily life of the Immortal King or something.
Oh right, The Immortal King. It's a long title.
Yes. Um. Yes, and I have watched 14 episodes or something from season one, and I have to say it's not my type. Um, I couldn't get warm with it. The Chinese voice makes it very weird for me. The Chinese humor isn't isn't that appealing for me, as I have to say. Sometimes it's way over the top, or sometimes it's way too less to spark my humor sense. Yeah, I don't know.
I like it because it memes power fantasy, but humor is very subjective, so
Hmm. Sometimes I laughed actually at some points, but yes, the Chinese voice, I don't know, the Chinese language is very weird.
could have watched dub. It's
Nah,
actually not that bad.
I don't watch dub.
Then you are the minority, according to the Crunchy CEO. There are nowadays actually more people watching dub than sub.
Really?
Yes, I heard a statement from a Crunchy CEO this month. It was actually
Crazy. I I
dub is
mean
on the rise.
I mean there are some good dubs actually,
Yes,
but
older dubs were horrendous, but
mm,
nowadays they are good.
but for me I can bear to watch the German dubs. It's actually cringe for me to watch them. I remember when I was in the cinema watching JJK movie Zero in German and I cringed my ass off.
I think the German dub is not that bad. You need to watch some old ones, they are horrendous. Then you are going to appreciate the newer dubs.
I mean, the swearing is very, very cringy in German.
Yes, swearing and comedy translate poorly into German.
Hmm.
But the voice acting and everything else is fine, I would say.
Yes, but what would I give the daily life of the Immortal King? I would give it still a solid 6 out of 10. I mean, I did like some moments. It's still nice to watch, but for me, I couldn't bear the Chinese voice actors and the
Better.
Chinese language itself.
Yes,
But
I also think the Japanese is way better.
hmm, I don't know. I can the Chinese language is weird.
Then you want to know what you're going to watch this month, right?
Yes, tell me.
You can choose. I've prepared two things.
Hmm.
It's a twist now. In the last episode, you said that you are open to start to watch one of the big three with Bleach.
Yes.
And I think if you want to start something like this, now would be a good month to get into it. Because we all know next month will be, next season will be rough.
Yes. Yes.
So maybe you could start watch a bit of Bleach this month because you need to get through the beginning and need to watch a few episodes until it gets good. So quite a bit of time investment.
Hmm.
Or alternatively, you could go watch one of my favorite romances with My Happy Marriage. With one of the most precious character who needs all of the protection that she can get and deserves all of the happiness that she can get. Because for reasons that you will maybe find out. So you can choose what you want
Um.
to watch. It's switch to a format.
Um. And it should be the obvious what I'm going to pick. I actually thought about starting Bleach last week, but currently I'm very busy with a Minecraft server with friends, so I don't have that much time.
Classical Zoomer.
Yes, we have this Minecraft phase right now, so I will go for the Romans, but I will start Bleach when I have time, maybe in autumn or something. Or maybe
Yes.
maybe in the when I have my vacation in summer, because then I will be more at home and have more time to spare.
Maybe, who knows?
So I will give you updates in summer if I started watching it. So I will watch My Happy Marriage.
Yes. There are also quite a few seasons out nowadays. So I think I know the contents till the middle of season 2.
Oh, okay.
I can say the event. Cause the manga when you are after you've watched. Because the
Mm.
manga is releasing very slowly. I have the
Ah,
night novels, but I'm saving them when I'm going to holiday. Because when I'm going on the plane, I can't take like 20 mangas with me in my bag. It would be too
yes.
heavy.
Yes.
But taking 3 or 4 light novels with me, that's easy.
Mm.
So in summer, I will also read more of My Happy Marriage. Then, do you know what we will do next episode?
Is next episode the quest already?
Yes,
Ah,
it's the start of the quest.
so I think next episode will be what is it? Next episode?
Yes,
Okay, then we will present our top 50 list. So it's a much of work, a lot of work for us to
because
collect.
next month we have been doing this yapping for a year.
Hmm.
And so we make a special month with our top 50 list. First episode of next month will be 50 to 30, second episode 30 to 10, and third episode 10 to 1.
Ah, okay, you will split.
That's the plan.
So we will split this in separate
Yes,
episodes. Okay.
yes, would be too long.
Yeah, definitely.
Or it would just be name dropping without any context.
Yes, yes.
And because of that, we have a special month. And the month is themed with our top 50. And I have my list already finished, and all are banger recommendations. So it is wise for you to watch those episodes if you want to watch or read some good stuff.
Mm, because he has some good stuff actually.
This list you can skip.
Sometimes.
There's trash in it, Kappa.
I don't think so.
Can prove me wrong.
You will see in the next episode.
Yes.
So stay tuned for the next episode then.
Bye.
Bye.